Where are my moms that work full time? How do you do it? Okay, I have a baby. He's about to be 8 months old.
I feel like I've been summoned to answer this question. Okay, my daughter is 16 months old. I've been working from home without childcare or any sort of help since she was 13 weeks old. For context here, I'm an interior designer and I work in a studio with my principal designer and a bunch of other designers. Anyway, number one, no one has this figured out. There's no secret sauce. To have it figured out is to get childcare. The question is not should I or should I not get childcare. You're not. So the question is, how are we doing this? For me, nothing else matters if I don't have this one thing, and it is a flexible and understanding boss with flexible work hours. If I had to log in at 8 a.m. and log out at 5 p.m., I would have quit on day one. So that's super important to me, and it's the only way I can do this. Having said that, that does mean that I wholeheartedly take advantage of those flexible work hours. When I'm on with her, I'm on with her. When I'm on with work, I'm on with work. But since I can't just turn my work brain off when I'm with her, one thing I do is I keep a notebook just around me during the day. If I see emails and texts and whatever coming in, it takes the pressure off of me to feel like I need to respond right away or do whatever, because I just write shit down in my notebook. Brain dump kind of becomes a to-do list, and it, yeah, like I said, it takes the pressure off. The other thing that I did, this is a biggie. When she was around 6 months old, I think, I had a conversation with my boss where I had to redefine my role because I was failing and I would have continued to fail. And just not been proud of my work if I continued the way that I was. So I was a project manager, which in interior design, that means I am the contact for owners, architects, contractors, and a lot of the questions that are asked are very what's the word I'm looking for? Time sensitive. And you need to be very accurate because a lot of money is on the line if you make a mistake. And I was finding that the stress was just way too much for me. Your priorities change so much when you become a parent. And I was realizing that when she had needs, she always took number one or she still does always take number one priority, but that doesn't mean that people need me any less. And the expectation was still there that I would be as good as I was, and I am no longer that person. So anyway, this is a long-winded, I can talk way more about that in the conversation that I had with him, but I just redefined my role a bit. I took a step back from project management and being contact, and that has helped immensely. Something else that I had to work through a lot in therapy was what I would allow to stress me out. So at the end of the day, it's not that deep. I don't know what you do unless you're fixing people's brains or hearts or whatever. It's not that deep. And so I think that a big part of it is I'm going to talk to you like you were me before I had a baby, which was very career motivated. I got a lot of self-worth from my job, and I still do to a certain extent, but I had to kind of redefine a lot of priorities, a lot of what was the most important, and I have certain standards, I will never be late on a deadline, and certain professional standards, but I'm a new person now. So anyway, okay, let's sum it up. Make sure that your role, your work hours, and your boss are all aligned with your position as a mom. When you're on with your baby, be on with your baby. When you're on with work, be on with work, and set some clear boundaries around that, even if it means you need to work late or work on weekends or whatever. It will help alleviate the mom guilt. It will help alleviate the work guilt, and I can promise you'll be more fulfilled in both when you set those boundaries up. And I guess no one is expecting you to do it all, so don't expect that of yourself either. Do your best. Be very clear with your capacity, and this too shall pass.